Bob Marley and the Black Lives Matter movement. The speculative analysis. Bob Marley, the iconic reggae musician and cultural figure from Jamaica, is recognized worldwide for his contributions to music and his commitment to promoting peace, unity, and love among people of all backgrounds. His legacy is deeply rooted in messages of social justice, equality, and resistance against oppression. The Black Lives Matter movement, which began in 2013, calls for an end to the violence and systemic racism faced by Black communities, particularly in the U.S. While Marley passed away in 1981, well before the rise of the Black Lives Matter movement, it's intriguing to consider how he might have responded to its messages and actions. This essay provides a speculative examination of what Bob Marley's views on the Black Lives Matter movement might have been, based on his life, his lyrics, and his broader worldview. Roots in Rastafarianism and Pan-Africanism. Marley was a devout Rastafarian, a religious and cultural movement that originated in Jamaica. Central to Rastafarianism is the belief in the divinity of Emperor Haile Selassie I of Ethiopia, and the idea that Africans in the diaspora will eventually return to Africa, their homeland. This philosophy resonates with the broader Pan-African movement, which promotes the unity of all indigenous and diasporic African people. Given Marley's connection to these ideas, it's plausible that he would have been supportive of a movement that seeks justice for Black lives. In fact, songs like Africa Unite and Zimbabwe articulate his support for African liberation and unity. Advocacy for social justice. Throughout his career, Bob Marley consistently spoke out against social injustices. Tracks like Get Up, Stand Up, War, and Them Belly Full highlight the inequities faced by oppressed peoples and call for collective action. The Black Lives Matter movement, with its core emphasis on justice, equity, and an end to racial violence, would likely resonate with Marley's messages. He may have viewed the movement as a continuation of the struggle for justice that he sang about. Emphasis on unity and love. Marley's music often called for unity, peace, and one love among all humanity. One Love and Redemption Song are shining examples of his vision for a world united beyond racial and cultural divides. While he would likely be supportive of Black Lives Matter's goals, he might also stress the importance of unity across all communities, advocating for collective efforts to dismantle systemic racism while fostering understanding and compassion among various racial and ethnic groups. Potential concerns and criticisms. While it's likely that Marley would support the fundamental principles of Black Lives Matter, he might also have concerns or critiques. Given his anti-materialistic stance and suspicion of institutional powers, Marley might be wary of any commercialization or co-opting of the movement's message by corporate entities or individuals seeking personal gain. Additionally, his deep commitment to peaceful resistance may lead him to emphasize nonviolent approaches to protest and activism. Spirituality and liberation theology. Rastafarianism, while primarily a spiritual movement, is also deeply political. The roots of Rastafarianism contain elements of liberation theology, where spirituality is intertwined with the struggle for justice. Marley's belief in this philosophy is evident in songs such as Exodus, where he sings of the movement of Jah people, drawing parallels to the biblical exodus of the Israelites. Black Lives Matter, as a movement, aligns with this theme of liberation from oppression, suggesting that Marley would view Black Lives Matter as part of a broader, even divine, quest for justice. Context of the 1970s and the Civil Rights Movement. Bob Marley came of age and achieved global fame during the 1970s, a period shortly after the height of the civil rights movement in the United States and during the rise of post-colonial movements in Africa. The atmosphere of the time, replete with figures like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., and Kwame Nkrumah, would have shaped Marley's worldview. He was no stranger to the idea of Black people standing up against systemic oppression, having witnessed and sung about it during his lifetime. Therefore, the modern-day Black Lives Matter protests and calls for justice would probably resonate with Marley as a continuation of this broader historical struggle. Global impact and the universality of the message. Bob Marley wasn't just a Jamaican icon. He was a global one. His message transcended borders, and he often spoke of issues that affected Black and oppressed communities worldwide. Given the global resonance of the Black Lives Matter movement, with protests and displays of solidarity emerging in various countries outside the U.S., Marley might see this as an embodiment of the universality of the struggle against oppression. Marley's potential role as a bridge. Marley had a unique ability to bridge divides. His 1978 One Love Peace concert, where he famously joined the hands of bitter political rivals Michael Manley and Edward Seaga, is a testament to his belief in the power of music and unity to transcend political and social divides. With the polarization that sometimes surrounds the discourse on Black Lives Matter, Marley might have sought to serve as a bridge, bringing together differing viewpoints in a call for understanding and unity. Conclusion. It's an intriguing exercise to speculate on Bob Marley's views about the contemporary Black Lives Matter movement. Marley's life and music were a testament to the belief that music could be an instrument for social change. His commitment to justice, equity, and love suggests that he would align with the core tenets of Black Lives Matter. At the same time, his legacy as a bridge builder and unifying figure indicates that he would also emphasize dialogue, understanding, and a collective, global effort to address the deep-rooted issues that the movement seeks to highlight. While we can never definitively know Marley's stance, we can be inspired by his message to continually strive for a world of justice, unity, and peace. Finally, it's important to remember that this analysis is speculative, and any conclusions drawn are based on Marley's previously expressed views and not on direct statements or actions related to the Black Lives Matter movement. Nevertheless, given Bob Marley's long-standing commitment to social justice, peace, and unity, it's reasonable to surmise that he would look favorably upon the goals of Black Lives Matter. He might see the movement as an essential chapter in the ongoing story of resistance against oppression, even as he would also likely stress the importance of love, unity, and peaceful dialogue in achieving those goals.